Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be drawing Bakugo from My Hero Academia. So let's get into it. So first things first, we're going to start sketching in the circle. From there, we could just drop in a center line coming down. Now we can start working on the left side of the face coming down. And then we're going to draw a line going across, just so we could line up the left side of the jaw with the right. Alright, so now we could just draw a horizontal line coming across, kind of cutting a little lower on the circle right here. This would just be a guide for which part to place the eyes. So now we could go in and start adding in this shape coming down, kind of angling slightly a little down for the eye. And then we could move on to the right hand side and just do the same thing as well. After we finish with the shape, we're going to head up on top right there and we're just going to draw in these lines coming down. And these lines are just for the eyebrows, and you can notice they're coming down at an angle. Right, so from there we just gonna move down slightly right in the center, this center line coming down, and we'll just drop in the nose. From the nose we're gonna head down a bit and we'll just drop in the mouth, and you can notice the mouth kind of like moving up at an angle there for the little smirk that Bakugo have. And then from there we could just draw in this little circle right here for the iris, and then a small dot for the pupil. Then we can move over to the right and do the same thing. Right, now we have that in place. So now we on to the ears, and so right here we go and start from the bottom moving up for both of them, and then we could just draw in the interior, the ears right here, and from there we could start moving down and we could start dropping in the neck. Right, so after the neck in place and the little details in there, we could just draw this triangle shape kind of angling down just to start off doing the color. Right, so right here on the left hand side we could start drawing in this triangle shape for the color right here. Then we could go over to the next side and do the same thing. Then we could just add in these little details right there. And yeah, we basically done with the color. So let me move up top for the hair. Alright, so now we could move on to the hair. And for the hair, you know, Bakugo hair really spiky, so we starting off adding in these sharp lines right here for the bangs coming across just like this. And you know, you guys could go wild with it because Bakugo hair it's wild anyway. But yeah guys, while we just putting in the hair, just let me know what you think about this character, because I'm really interested to know. Because first starting off when I was watching like the series, like I don't know what it was, but Bakugo he really annoyed me at first because he was just really loud for no reason sometimes. But as the series progressed, you know, he grew on me a little bit. So you know I could mess with Bakugo now, but just let me know what you think about Bakugo and stuff like that. We're gonna move a little quick through the process, but as you can see, it's just a bunch of spikes going around. That's basically it, and like I say, you guys could go crazy with it. Alright, so we finished with the hair now. Now we're gonna kick it into time lapse to do the inking, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back after the time lapse, and as you can see, Bakugo looking clean. And if you look down here, you can see we close the gap right here, right by the shirt right underneath there, because like when come times to fill everything, we don't want everything like filling like going out. So that's why you always want to make sure when you ink, all the lines closed off. So now we could just start, you know, dropping in all the colors. So we could just drop in the color to the face. Then we could drop in the color to the hair. Then from there we could move down and we could just add the color into, you know, the shirt right there. And then what you want to do, you want to grab like a white and you will just kind of like fill in the area by, you know, the teeth there, because Bakugo smirking a bit. Then we could go in and just use that same white to like do the whites in the eye. And then lastly we could just take like a red color and just, you know, use that to fill in the little eyes right there. Alright guys, so now we could start doing the shadows. So we gonna head over to the right and we just gonna create a layer above the color layer. And what I like to do, I like to select a purplish color and set that to multiply. So right here we could go in and start adding in some shadow to the ears. So right here on the right hand side. Now we could hop over to the left and we could do basically the same thing that we do on the right hand side. Right, so now we could head down and right by the neck there we could add in some shadow right underneath the chin. Afterwards we could add in some shadow to the the color of the shirt, because it will have some shadow casting right there. Right, so now we could head back to the top by the hair area and we could start adding in some shadow there as well. Alright, so just add in some shadow and just keep adding some shadow on the hair, which part is needed. And that's the thing with us making your drawing stand out more and pop and look less flat. Like these shadows does do wonders. So right, just keep adding the shadow. There's the whole process. Alright, so we basically finish adding in the shadows, but wait, one thing, wait, bam. And there you have it guys. That's how you draw Bakugo from My Hero Academia. Hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Alright, see ya.